the Gobby Gaffer, and in today's episode we have two very grumpy South Americans. Yes, Diogo, my centre-back, came to me and he said he wanted a new contract. He's already got a 3-year contract, but he came to me, wanted a new contract on more money. And that was the crux of it, basically. He just wanted to double his wages to £60,000 a week. We can't afford that. Scarlata was the other one, Argentinian. He's been playing brilliant for us in midfield. He wanted to double his wages to £60,000 a week. Again, we can't afford that kind of money. So they're both on the transfer list. Diogo, just before the transfer window shut, the January transfer window, I had him on the market. Two clubs came in for him. One of them he said he wanted to go to, 14 million, which was kind of doubling my money on him. In the end, he rejected them both. So, again, the AI screwed me over. And he then was very, very grumpy. And it was a team leader meeting again. I'm getting quite a few of those. Scarlata was the other one, midfield player, Argentinian, playing great for us. He wanted to double his money to 60,000, so he's on the transfer list. That's only just happened. So, waiting to see what happens with him. He's kind of worth around the 20 million mark. If I can get some money in for them, I can replace them. I have already brought a new centre-back in, so if we have a quick look at that one. And with all the shenanigans with Diogo going on, I actually thought he was going to go, because he actually said he wanted to go to one of the clubs. I can't remember which one it was now, but he wanted to go. Everything was hunky-dory, and then at the last minute, no, I'm not accepting the contract. By which time I'd already agreed a fee for Flavien Chevalier. Now, you will remember him. He was the player I took on loan from PSG, and he only lasted a few weeks. Because I wasn't playing him, PSG took him straight back. Never really known that in the game before. Gave us no chance to play him, really. Anyway, I've gone back in for him. I've paid 8.5 million for him. He's got a 4.5-star potential, and he's only worth up to 10 million at the moment. We've not got a lot of added value there, but I think he will come on, and he's a French player, so obviously, you know, very, very important for all the competition rules. Like I say, at the moment, we have got team leader meetings going on because, there's grumpy players and, we're all flapping about whether or not we're happy or grumpy or, oh my word. Anyway, let's have a look at the schedule, see how we've been doing. Not that great, if I'm honest. So at the moment, it's not going particularly well. I don't know whether it's the formation or the players that I'm bringing in. I am thinking of a new formation and tactic for next season. But at the moment, if we just have a look at this, 3 defeats there. We saw all of those. Then we played Toulouse, who are not even a Premier League club in France. And it was an away game, but we scraped that in the French Cup 11th round on penalties, 2-2 final score. But we did scrape it on penalties. Then we played Bordeaux at home. Quite a lowly team. We would have expected to beat them, and we did do. We beat them 3-1. And then we drew Real San Sebastian in that playoff game before you get through the final 16 in the Champions League. And we were very, very rank outsiders for this game. And as it turned out, over the 2 legs, we got beat 4-0. Couldn't even score a goal. In between that, we played Lille away. Another quite boring 2-2. Just about managed to scrape a result in that one. And then after the Champions League exit, we played Marseille. And we were winning 2-0 in this game. They got it back to 2-2, and we just managed to scrape a 3-2 win in this one. So we are conceding a lot of goals. We're just managing to scrape games. So again, we played, we've just played Lille and drawn them in the league. And then the French Cup quarter-final, we played them again at their place. And it was 1-1 at full time, and we just managed to scrape through again on penalties. At the moment, if we play a team that's better than us, then we're hanging in there. We're not doing that great. Most times we're getting beat. If we're playing a team that's below us, we're scraping wins. So things are not going well at the moment. I don't know whether this disharmony, I don't know whether the AI is trying to throw the biggest spanner it can find into the works, and just try and screw the game up for me, because I've got all kinds of grumpiness going on. You know, at this moment in time now, we're out of the Champions League. We're scraping wins in the Cup. We're trying to get into those European places for Champions League again next season. But the game is working so hard to try and screw it all up for me. It's either that or I am completely useless at playing Football Manager. I'll leave you to make that decision. Anyway, so let's have a look who we're going to play in today's episode. So we have 2 games today. The first will be an away game at Saint Etienne, and then we've got the French Cup semi-final against Lyon, and that is a home game. So hopefully we can start turning on a little bit of style. We do seem to be, like the first half an hour of a game, we can put passes together and we can score a goal. But most games then we lose 2 at the other end in quick succession, and then we trail in the game. And then it's about really working hard within the game to try and move things around, change tactics, move the lines. I'm doing absolutely everything. We're just scraping games by doing that. I don't know. It's a strange one. But anyway, so we've got 2 games today, and we'll see you very shortly in the dugout for the Saint Etienne game. Well, welcome to Saint Etienne, and yeah, I can see you looking at the formation. I know it looks a bit weird, but I'm trying to stop these goals going in at the back. We just can't seem to stop the goals going in at the back. You know, we can score goals going forward, but then we concede straight away. Then we concede another one, and then we're on the back foot. Then I'm having to do all kinds of twiddling. So I've worked out this tactic today. Whether it'll work or not, I don't know. I've scratched my head so much. I've got splinters. Team for today: Ibrahim in goal. Back 4 of Bandecci and Mugabane, Dordic and Marino. So we've got 2 defensive midfield players today. Aurelio is playing the ball winning, and Argiolas is playing the defensive midfield player, playing deep. We've got Arbeloa as the deep line playmaker today. Mbaye is struggling with fitness. Scarlata is the central midfielder on attacking. We've got Bonga Tue on the attacking midfielder just behind. 1 striker today, and that's Carranza. And the game is underway. As it stands, as the game kicks off, Saint Etienne are 9th in the table. I think we're still 5th at the moment. So we do manage to get ahead on that, clear that ball out, but it's coming straight back at us. But fortunately, the ball goes straight over the top, and we survived that one. So Saint Etienne have started the brighter of the 2 teams. We've had no shots, 20 minutes on the clock, no shots, nothing on target, no XG. So we're playing absolutely abysmally at the moment, and this is kind of how it's been. I'm trying to shake this team out of the doldrums that it's in. But I think the turmoil that we've got in the club, again, all created by the AI. I mean, oh, that's a penalty. We're going a penalty away now. Yeah, all created by the AI. Diogo could have gone and it would have solved all of these team leader meetings. He had 2 offers on the table, rejected contracts on both of them. And we've now got a penalty against us, which I'm sure is probably going to go in. Although Ibrahim can save a penalty. He's gone the wrong way on that one. So we're losing 1-0. And this is fairly standard of what's been happening recently. And I'm not quite sure how to turn this round. So we are now scrambling in the game again. We have actually turned it on a little bit there. It's woken us up. The penalty, we've now had 4 shots, 2 on target. But it is Saint Etienne with the next highlight. So they're building down their left-hand side. Somebody needs to get a foot on the ball here and try and win the ball for us. And that's going to go in the back of the... No, it's not. Ibrahim picks the ball up. Now we need to put our foot on the ball and start playing some calm football. Pass it to feet, build from the back. So Arbeloa just gives the ball away, which has been happening so much for us. We have won it back though. Scarlata, can he feed? Yes, he can feed Carranza, but he's gone out very wide with that. Slides the ball in, and of course our shot just goes the other side of the post, and we don't get the equaliser. It's a fairly even game now. We have had more possession in the game, but I am playing a very, very defensive game, so probably not surprising. So I've given a little bit of a flea in the rear. I've pushed the lines forward a little bit just to see if we can start creating a little bit more for our striker. I maybe need to take one of my DMs off because absolutely nothing is happening at all. Couple of substitutions, take one of my DMs off. Carvalho has come on up front, and I've done a bit of a switch in midfield, but Mason has come on, and Arbeloa has moved a little bit further forward. We have got a lot of tired legs, and I don't know whether that is contributing to our poor form, but we do need to start turning it on a little bit. I think we're going to have to go attacking. I'm going to give them a demand more. Can we actually get back in this game? We've got about 15 minutes left. But a long ball out from their keeper, and that finds their striker. But no, we've won the ball back. And Carranza playing very, very deep there now. Puts the ball out onto this side for Bandecchi. Can he get a nice ball into the box? He got a ball into the box, but it was not particularly nice. Carvalho picks the ball up on the right-hand side. Moreno to Scarlata. That hits the back of somebody's head, and we've hit the crossbar, and we don't get the equaliser. And we are getting on top in the game a little bit now. So all the moves that I've made have actually made a positive impact, but we need to get the ball in the back of the net. Moreno fed nicely there. Ball through at Mason. Can he chip it? Yes, he can. Is that going to stand? The linesman's got his flag down, which is a good sign, and I think it does stand. We're back in the game. It's 1-1. So nice little ball forwards from Carvalho to Moreno, and then a lovely ball forward. Mason just managed to keep himself onside, chips the keeper, and it's 1-1. So I'm going to go very attacking now. We're going to give him a shout of encouragement. Can we nick the winner in this game? And I've just brought an extra striker on just to see if we can nick the winner. But it's looking very much like it's going to be a 1-1 draw at Saint Etienne. No disgrace, but this is an indication of how poorly we're playing at the moment. We really should be wiping the floor with these teams, and we're not doing. So I'm going to say we're training tomorrow. That was very, very poor, and not happy at all. So we have a quick look at the league there. We're in 5th position now with 47 points, played 23 games, but we are falling away a little bit. 6th place now, we're actually 12 points ahead of them. So I think we more or less got this position, this 5th position sewn up, unless something really drastic happens. Again, it's all about Champions League, isn't it? Do we want to get the Champions League? Do we want the Europa League? Money-wise, we want Champions League. Will allow us to buy better players. We'll get the bank balance sorted. But as we've seen, we're not really good enough for the Champions League. Okay, so we move on to the French Cup semi-final. And we're very, very out of form at the moment. And it's going to be a tough game against Lyon. Even though we are at home, it's going to be a very, very tough game, this one. So I think all I can say is wish us luck. We'll see you in the dugout. Okay, got a very, very tired squad. Very, very tired. It doesn't bode well for today, if I'm honest. But the team for today is Ibrahim in goal, back four of Mazzone, Diogo, Dordic and Magabain. We've got that little square in midfield now of Mbaye, Scarlata, Aurelio and Argiolas. Bonga Toure is the attacking midfielder behind today's striker, Carranza. And the game's underway. 5 minutes on the clock. Not quite sure who is... we're actually looking like we've made a decent start. But it is Lyon who have the first... no, actually, we picked the ball up. Mbaye over the top. Carranza... You know when the AI's against you. Sorry, you know when your luck's against you, don't you? Yeah, don't talk about the AI being against you. Anyway, one bit of good news is I've been offered a new contract. and it's a 2-year contract as well. So even though things are not going massively well on the pitch, the boys seem to have a little bit more confidence in me, which is quite good. Anyway, we've cleared the ball away there. We have a couple of bids come in for Diogo and Scarlata now. I think if he scores that, he'll be offside. He has scored it. I think it's going to be offside, that one. Unless he must manage to keep himself on. I think he actually did. So that was a nice goal from Carranza. Did he just? That was borderline, wasn't it? But anyway, we'll take that. We're 1-0 up. Carranza scores. Yeah, like I say, we've had 2 bids in for Diogo and Scarlata. Not quite as much as I would have liked, but I'd rather get some money in and get rid of these grumpy players, because grumpy players in a squad, team leader meetings and all of that kind of stuff is a recipe for disaster. They managed to clear the ball there with all of those players around it. They clear the ball and they've come straight away and scored. What do I have to do to stop teams scoring against us? I've got 2 DMs in there now. I've actually moved the lines forward slightly because we have been playing very, very deep, and that has actually that's gone against us there because we were all too far forward, weren't we? So it's back to 1-1. I mean, oh my word. This isn't good enough. Totally unacceptable. I honestly don't know what I've got to do. If I tell you I've tried so many formations, I've had the lines up, lines down, lines spread, I just don't seem to be able to win at all. And that's a shame. That would have been a lovely goal from Scarlata. I'm guessing the script in this game now is like it's been fairly all the time. We go 1-0 up and then we concede 2 or 3 goals and lose the game. So Argiolas gives the ball away in midfield. That's absolutely classic for what's been happening to us. That's going to get slid in the box, and that's in the back of the net. Of course it is. I mean, you see, the script is already written. Bump, bump, bump. You know it's going to happen. It shouldn't be like that. Really should not be like that. And the same thing has happened to us again. We're losing 2-1 after being in the lead 1-0. Okay, yeah, just the 3 sub, that's all allowed in the cup. So Carvalho's come on up front, and the 2 midfield players, Mbaye and Masonave, have come on. And we're back into the game. Subs have not been made yet, so it's Diogo to Argiolas. Can we slide a ball through for somebody to run onto? Yes, we can. But unlike at the other end where the ball hits the back of the net, ours hits the goalkeeper's legs. They said the subs have actually been made now. And we are doing well in this game. We've got an XG of 1.98. We've had more shots and more shots on target. But we're losing 2-1. Go figure. Ball out to Magabane. Ball forward. Carvalho. Can he slide that in? Masonade. Can he put that in the back of the net? He can. He can. It's 2-2. If it stands, it looks like it is standing. It's 2-2 in the French Cup semi-final. This could be a very exciting end. Be even more exciting if we score the winner. But Carvalho, some nice work there. He's just come on. Masonave just come on. Scores the goal. Fresh legs. And it's worked a treat. So now we need to get the winner. Can we get the winner? We're going to go very attacking now. We're going to go demanding more. But it's Leon with the highlight. Ball swung over. That's... oh! And some buffoonery at the back there. We do come away with the ball. Carvalho now. Masonave swings the ball in the box. Can we? Yes, we can! Can we actually... is this the turnaround of the season? Can we actually do this? 3-2 and get into the French Cup final. Can we do it? And I'm sure we're going to watch that goal again now. Yeah, Masonave, lovely ball into the box. And Diogo rises at the far post. We're 3-2. 3-2. We need to just make some changes now. We need to go cautious now. We need to drop the lines back. What can we do here to... there's only 3 minutes left on the clock. Okay, I've made the changes. Everything's gone defensive. Can we? We have. We're through to the French Cup final. Could that be the turnaround in the end of the season running for us? Can we start turning this form around a little bit? I mean, it was only when I made the changes and went to 2 strikers that we actually seemed to turn the game round. So maybe playing the defensive. But then I've done it for a reason. I played with the 2 DMs for a reason, because we were leaking goals at the back. You've seen it in this game. 1-0 up, lose 2 goals. It's a very, very difficult... FM23 is really, really difficult. It's very, very challenging. So not a bad little episode. Drawing the league, a winning the cup semi-final. So we're through to the final now. We'll play the winners of the other semi-final, which is Marseille and Monaco. I'm guessing Monaco will win that one, but I don't know. There's the French Cup seems to, every season it seems to throw up quite odd results. And there's always giant killings, not where we're concerned, but there's always giant killings go on. So maybe Marseille can beat Monaco, because I don't fancy our chances against Monaco. Anyway, moving on, let's just have a quick look at the finances before we leave the episode. So I think all the Champions League money is in now. When we got knocked out, we were given another 8 million. So with the purchase that I've made as well, we paid PSG 8.5 million for Chevalier. But the overall balance in the bank now is nearly 25 million to the good. We've still got a transfer budget of 23 million, and the wage budget is looking quite healthy. 902,000, we're spending 828 at the moment. So the finances are looking really good. And if Diogo decides eventually to sign a contract with a different team, then we'll get some money in for him. Scarlata may be the same as well. And then I'll have to go into the transfer market and try and pick up some bargains again. Well, not a bad little episode today. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, if you could give me a like, that would be great. If you're new around here, if you could subscribe, spread the word. The channel is growing very, very slowly. Comments, likes, subscriptions, all that will help the channel grow. And if you'd like to come back next time, I'm going to play a bunch of games off camera now. Probably going to get to very near the end of the season, because we are in those European spots. Not too sure where I would want to be. Obviously, money-wise, Champions League. But whatever flavour we get, it's European football, and it gets us more experience in there as well. So we're going to come back for the French Cup final and probably the last 2 games of the season, because those all kind of follow one another. French Cup final, last 2 games of the season. We'll see you then.